Number 959, PLN's EV strategy to install VRE, electric vehicle implementation plan. The growth trend of motorized vehicles is currently increasing. Based on BPS data, the average vehicle growth from 26 to 2016 in Indonesia was 11.5% per year. While economic growth was around 5%, the growth in the number of national motorized vehicles during this period was encouraging, but at the same time worrying because there was significant fuel consumption, so that the amount of Indonesian fuel imports jumped dramatically. In 2017, the import value of fuel has reached over IDR 220 trillion, figures that have an impact on weakening the value of the current account deficit, CAD, and ultimately affect the condition of the national economy. The import value of fuel, which is around 70 to 80% consumed by the land transportation sector, is expected to continue to increase, and according to the National Energy General Plan document, fuel imports will exceed IDR 550 trillion in 2025. The use of BBM as a fuel for motorized vehicles is currently also increasing as a contributor to air pollution, especially in the big cities. The latest measurement from the Environmental Service shows that air quality in major cities in Indonesia has deteriorated, and the majority is caused by motorized vehicle emissions. Jakarta, for example, air quality is above the barrier of 55 from the upper threshold 2000, which indicates it is unhealthy, and 28% of the cause is motorized vehicles using fossil fuel. The things above encourage the need for conservation of energy use in the land transportation sector, from fossil fuels to other forms of energy that are cleaner, and availability of energy sources comes from local sources, so they don't have to import. The main option that is appropriate is the implementation of electric vehicle EV for the land transportation sector, both private and public use. EV is considered more environmentally friendly because it does not emit exhaust gases like fossil fuel vehicles. It is this environmental aspect that encourages the general public to prefer EVs for the future. Air pollution in urban areas will be drastically reduced if EV can be widely applied in urban areas. This has led to the commitment of developed countries to encourage the development of EV implementation, following the politics of several countries related to EV. Norway will only sell electric vehicle in 2025. Netherlands will only sell electric vehicle in 2025. Germany will only sell electric vehicle in 2030. India will only selling electric vehicle by 2030. The history of EV development in Indonesia was started by LIPI by making electric pigs. Then in 2010, Kijang and hybrid buses were developed. On June 25, 2012, the Molina National Electric Car Team was formed, consisting of universities, research institutions, and domestic companies, including UI-ITV, UZM, UNS, ITS, LIPI, BPPT, PT, LEM, PT, PINDAT. In January 2013, PLN made the National Electric Vehicle, EVINA, which is spread across several PLN units. PLN's role in the EV sector lies in preparing a charging system infrastructure, or what is known in Indonesia as a public electric vehicle charging station, SPKLU. In accordance with the government's assignment as outlined in Presidential Regulation number 55 of 2019, is an initial step for the government assignment. PLN has made a standard regarding specifications for battery charging equipment for electric vehicle in 2017. Namely, SPLM, the 2017, which has been approved by the Board of Directors and can be used as a guideline for SPKLU specifications in the region PLN work. This SPLN regulates the level of feeding that can be carried out by SPKLU. The following is the SPKLU feeding level. In addition to the SPKLU specifications dedicated to electric cars, PLN has also developed a public electric charging station, SPLU, which can be used as battery charging equipment for two-wheel electric vehicles, electric motorbikes, where as of August 2019, 147 SPLUs have been installed throughout Indonesia, units at 3,348 location points. To determine the estimated number and location of SPKLUs needed by the community and network connection to the grid, it is necessary to create a roadmap for the development of electric vehicle infrastructure. With this roadmap, projections and EV developments in Indonesia can be made. Business models, tariff schemes, and payment systems also need to be developed to deal with EV development. Grid reinforcement is also very important because of the habit people will charge EV batteries at home. The more EV population will increase the load at peak load time. With the development of EV, smart grid infrastructure must be built immediately so that it supports demand-side management. Electric car market trends. The electric car market trend in Indonesia since 2011 has been almost entirely dominated by hybrid electric cars in line with the government's desire to reduce CO2 emissions produced by the transportation sector. The figure below shows the trend of the electric car market in Indonesia for the 2011 to 2019 period. Table, this is phase and level 1, level 2, level 3, and later the single. And 3. Based on the assumptions and market trends above and taking into account the issuance of the presidential regulation concerning the acceleration of battery-based electric motorized vehicle for road transportation and the preparation time for production line in manufacturing or assembly units. The estimated growth in the number of electric vehicles in Indonesia is estimated as in the table below this. Electric vehicle growth projection. And the calculation of the accumulated number of electric vehicles in the table above is carried out by taking into account the number of electric vehicles that have been calculating in Indonesia since 2011. Projections and preparation of the needs for the latest initial roadmap are being carried out taking into account the recovery time demand for electric car due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Estimates of electrical energy needs for EVs. The following assumptions are used in calculating the needs of electric energy for EVs. Assumptions for EV energy consumption calculation. It is mileage. Assuming that the minimum average mileage of an electric vehicle in 8,500 kilometers a year, and the maximum is 1,800 kilometers per year. Then the maximum electricity consumption of an electric vehicle with an average battery capacity is 0.189 kilowatt-hour per kilometer. Considering the charging period based on the type of charge, the average electricity demand can be determined each year. As shown in figure 2.2, the estimated population of electric vehicles is 11,873 units in 2022, with an estimated average energy demand of 30.6 gigawatt-hour. According to the roadmap that was prepared until 2024, with an estimated number of electric vehicles of 38,400 491 units in that year. The average energy demand in 2024 is around 99.3 gigawatt hour. Estimated electric power requirements for EV. And this is more and more electric energy growth forecast.